Got cagey up there. There. There's Cage running around. Is that you on there? Somebody's on. Identify yourself, please. Who's out there? You're first. Maybe the only one, you never know. Huh?
I'm on there.
Huh?
I'm on there.
Are you? Is that you? You're the only one?
Yes. Oh, there's 2 thumbs up though.
Yeah.
They came in, dropped a thumbs up, and left.
Really? No, there's 2.
Well, there's more watching.
People. 3 people. No one said who.
Well, we got 2 of these going. Get rid of that one.
Huh? Are you trying to get rid of one?
Well, you went on there to see if. Oh, get that.
Well, Randy Deaver's here.
Hey, Randy.
And Charlie and Diane.
Hi, Charlie and Diane.
And Cage is scratching at my foot. Give a few minutes here, get people here.
How many are there now?
Tonight's going to be kind of like back to normal. Don't have nothing to say. Everything was exciting was last week. We didn't blow nothing up, catch anything on fire.
Yeah, it's been really boring.
Crash and burn. Yeah, we've been pretty much.
We did take Cage to the vet though.
Yeah, we took Cage to the doctor.
He's now a very expensive dog.
Yeah, too expensive. We spend more on doctor bills on him than ourselves. Okay, guys, 7 o'clock. You got to get here. I mean, it's dinner time.
Anyways, we're here and you guys are here, and it was a pretty mild week temperature-wise here this week. I'm thankful for that, huh?
Back working in Texas.
Oh.
Yay!
Well.
Yeah, quite the time getting home. Yeah, we did, man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, we really did.
And
it was like the trip that was never going to end.
just washing the truck took a while, and it was a mess. I took it over. It got so much soot and stuff from the motor that when you were driving the pickup, it smelled like a diesel.
Yeah.
So I got all that out. There's Zach. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
I hear the store's still open. Mike said he opened it again.
So it's supposed to be open every day.
Yeah.
That's what he's shooting for anyway.
Anyway, so we, I steamed the motor off, and hopefully we're going to get it in and get that bed fixed.
We will.
Oh yeah, the guy called me and said, "Yeah, we approved it." So I don't know.
I just have to call the body guy and get an appointment for us to get it in.
Well, Phil's here.
Hey, Phil.
Now we can start. Phil's here. We were just waiting on Phil and Ronald and
Pepsink and
Pepsink
Dougie D and Natty and Sakio and
yeah, well, I think they just have them there thinking that they'll get some passerbys. So.
Yeah.
More or less, they're just getting a free camping spot.
Right, but if people understand that he's open like that, they might recognize, hey, you know what? I saw an RV there. I wonder if they're open and if they've got to buy for whatever. At least there's a presence there. Maybe people start realizing that they can go there to buy.
Yeah.
That's his thinking anyway.
Well, most people go there because it's sus there.
Absolutely.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Enjoying the evening, sitting on deck overlooking Lake. Nice.
yeah, that's what we're doing, except we're not on the deck and we're not looking over the lake. So we're sitting in our living room
But
talking to you guys.
it is a real pretty.
Yeah, it's been
evening.
beautiful. Been kind of overcast and almost rainy, but it's been nice. Been able to do a little yard work. And got camp all set up. We're all looking good again.
I know some people buy throughout the year, so they have their own stock.
Yeah.
There's always like what, birthdays and weddings. And,
Oh, then Labor Day is coming.
yeah, and Labor Day is coming. But we had a lot of people that came in and bought from us and said, "You guys ought to be open every day of the year." So we told the owner that, and he said that was his plan this time.
I think Mark just insulted us.
Hey, Mark. What is normal? This is normal.
Myron Priest. How you doing? A long time getting ready to go to my 50-year high school reunion in a couple of months. Yeah, mine was just the 22nd. And
I don't know how 50 years happened so fast.
I didn't really want to go. Just a bunch of old people there, you know what I mean?
We went to his 10-year one, and that was scary enough.
Yeah, all the cute girls were scary, and they were all like kind of hitting on me and stuff. I'm thinking, you wouldn't even look at me when I went to school, and now you're like all over me. Leave me alone, you horn dogs.
Thanks, Jack. You can buy from them if we're not there, though.
Yeah.
As long as you set them off before we come back, and then you need more.
So, Myron, you must be our age then, because we're all 50 years out here.
Yeah.
I guess that, you know what? I expected this to hear something like, "Oh yeah, it was wonderful, it was great," but because we have a Facebook page, my school does. But I tell you the truth, we have my old neighborhood, the north side. We used to have parties about like once every year or so, and those were great. I love going to those because those were the kids I grew up with, you know. And we're all grown up now. We're all old, so.
Byron says that's how he feels too.
Sturgis is coming. Are you going, Mark? Are you going to Sturgis? Yeah. Well,
Mark.
You and Darla.
We're a month apart. Our birthdays.
Yeah.
Almost
Darla's older than you.
Yes, I am.
Darla's older than everybody.
Yes, I am.
I'll be 68 in about 2 weeks.
I almost couldn't have been born any earlier in the year. Mine's the first week of January. So.
Yeah. Let's see, back to my hometown this next year, and I left when I was 20.
Wow.
Oh, yeah?
It's got a long time.
No, not this year. Yeah. Well, we would go there. We went to a couple of those parties for the north side. We actually had some of our elementary school teachers were there and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. Some of the parents came from the neighborhood. It was
there were probably about 30 people there.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, for a neighborhood, that's incredible.
Yeah. And we had people fly in from all over the country too. That's what was weird, you know. Mount Laurel's here. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mountain Laurel.
Yeah. So how can there's more than 4 people talking? We only got 4 people on. We must have lost some people talking about. See, we're talking about being old. Everybody's like, I'm not ready for the old folks home.
Hey, Rosebud, welcome.
There's Rosebud. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting.
Thank you, Phil.
You hit the jackpot. You hit the jackpot with lovely gem next to you. Oh, thank you. You're talking about me.
I'm sure he was.
We're buffering on my end. Well, you know what? We're lucky we're even on here tonight. So I don't know what might be happening out there, but I shut my computer off twice, restarted it, then it started working. So I don't know. Hopefully we're I reset the internet. I reset
Well, look,
everything.
Phil sent you a heart.
No, that's where you hit. It sends the little hearts up. So are we down to 5 people? Did everybody leave? There's just 5 of us?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's crazy. It's a new world record. We're sucking the most.
Well, I think everybody's just like,
yeah,
we've been super busy, Mary. Don't want to be that busy anymore.
Yeah, well, things are kind of getting back to normal.
Yeah.
We had to go. So I had a doctor's appointment for this week, last week on Wednesday, and Darla does this thing where she, does the receipt.
It's an app on my phone called Fetch.
Yeah.
And you scan the receipt, and it gives you points towards gift cards to Amazon or Target or cash cards or retail locations, different stores or restaurants. You can go to the movies, whatever.
So we had a dinner for Texas Roadhouse. So Jason and Amanda, they're not on here.
No.
What happened?
I don't know.
Anyway, I asked them, you guys want to go with us to my doctor's appointment, then we'll go eat at the Roadhouse. Well, yeah, okay, we'll do that. So we have to drive to Texarkana, which is about 80 miles. We get down there, and it was nice all the way down. We get there, it's pouring rain. So they have to sit in the car because it's raining. They didn't want to come in, sit in the doctor's office. So Darla, I go in, and they're sitting in the car, and it's raining like crazy. And they take us in the back, and, they weighed me and did the blood pressure thing and stuff. And then we're waiting for the doctor. And we're sitting there, and I'm like, 45 minutes goes by, and I said, I'm going to go find her.
I don't think it was that long, but it felt like it.
It was pretty close. So anyway, I got up, walked out, and she's walking through she goes, oh, I'm on my way. I go, you're cutting into our dinner time. She goes, oh. I go, we got friends sitting in the car out there dying. It was like 90 degrees. And they could have started the car because we had to leave a key. Otherwise, it would have been locked in. So anyway, she comes in and she does her thing and everything. We're walking out. I said, well, we're going to go to the Roadhouse. She goes, oh, the Roadhouse. Well, the old Roadhouse is closed today and the new one's opening tomorrow. I go, what? She goes, yeah, they're closing the one that you normally go to. And they built a bigger one on the other side of the freeway. Well, sure enough. So we went to Longhorn
Steakhouse.
And hey, Julio.
Hey, Julio.
And as soon as we walked in, Darla goes, oh man, what is that smell?
Oh, so bad. I wanted to turn around and leave.
It smelled like dirty socks to me.
You know how fabric will hold a scent, especially when you're cooking, and it smelled like different kinds of oils and different kinds of foods, and it just held all that nasty odor. It smelled terrible. It was awful. Anyway, we won't be going back, to say the least.
Liza Jane's here.
Hey, Liza
Longhorn Blech?
Blech.
Oh. Yeah, well, it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good. And
Myron.
So we kind of got hosed on that deal.
Yeah. We'll go again, and we'll go to the new one. And I'll call first, make sure they're open. And
that was crazy. I mean, it was like,
they're never closed.
We thought they were joking.
Yeah,
and they go, no. And they're all looking at their phones, and they go, no, it's closed. And we went over there, and it was closed. There was nothing there. So anyway. We got a crappy dinner, drove all the way back, and our friends almost died of heat exhaustion inside the car. But
so Myron says, so you guys still building your tiny house?
Yes, I talked to my neighbor, and I told him, hey, I got this amount of money to spend right now today, and so I got a lot of material. What I don't want to do is just like say, yeah, this is how much money I got, and because I don't want to spend what I've got. I've got to save money for taking care of the motorhome, especially now. But anyway, we could have got, we could get a lot done. But I don't know. He seems like he's kind of busy. he is a busy guy, but he said he could make time. So I'm not sweating it. Um, and when he's ready, we're going to do it, and we got enough material to do the center section and the closest section to the motorhome here, and get it. I got the only thing I got to get is the panels. We almost bought a storage unit, a storage building, uh, 12 by 24, and we could have cleaned out our storage unit. But the thing is it's only $40 a month right now, and everything's in there. We don't have to mess with it, move it, do anything. So I think I'm just going to hang tight, see what happens, and whatever we put into this building is going to be a plus, because like I say, we have a lot of building materials. We could just get it in there, maybe get a little electricity in there and stuff, and get a refrigerator and washer or dryer working. That would be great. It doesn't have to be all heavily insulated and all that kind of stuff yet, because it's probably going to take a couple more jobs before we could really get it super duper the way I want it. But the hard part is doing it all, and when it's done, and we don't have payments. We're not paying payments for 20 years on it. So that's the plan. So whatever it takes to do that is what we're trying to do. I just purchased a 40-foot used shipping container. Yeah, the thing with the shipping containers here, I think it's really hot here in the summertime, especially out in the sun. And I don't know. Of course, it was going to be a metal building, but I'm just kind of going like this. And the thing about it is those 40-footers, by the time you get them delivered, they're $3,000. And I could have got
popular though.
I could have got a brand new one with the floor. What?
She said they're popular. They are. I agree.
Oh yeah. Well,
right now they're the hot thing.
They don't sell them around here. You got to get them from Texarkana or from Oklahoma. So the shipping's what gets you. It costs you almost as much to get them here as what they cost to buy.
We've even looked at buying like a modular, a mobile home.
Yeah.
But
they're like $90,000 now.
Even used ones, and then you've got to pay to get it sent here, and a lot of companies won't travel. We're close to the Oklahoma border, so you can find stuff in Oklahoma, but a lot of places won't go over state line to transport. So, anyway.
And then with the shipping containers, you got to stay on top of those, make sure they don't leak. That's another thing that I read a lot, where people buy them and they start leaking, and once they start leaking, you got to stay on top of that stuff. So
Byron said, "I hear wonderful things about solid-state batteries. What do you think?"
Man, I use the old, liquid batteries.
Old school.
Yeah, I don't know, the lithiums and all this stuff. I know a lot of people really love them, but when I have a battery go out, it costs me $100 to replace. When one of those lithium batteries goes out, man, I think now they've come down to like $600 or $700. Nobody gives us batteries. Hi, Ron. How you doing, buddy?
Ron.
How's that little girl of yours doing? Yeah, it's just I'm not against lithium batteries or what are AGMs or any of those. I just I don't know. I just kind of gonna wait it out, wait it out for a while. I mean, I watch all these guys that are in Arizona there. They're all on solar panels, and it's summertime. Solar panels work pretty good in the summertime. Let's see how it does in the winter. Ernie Roberts.
Liza Jane, you're in Arizona. What are you going to do with that container? Is it just for storage, or are you going to make a house out of it, or what? And what do they run? Anybody know? Storage containers? I mean, I've seen them for like 22, 25.
Yeah, well, around here, the cheapest I've seen, I saw one for $1,850, but it was the small one. and it was used. It had been sitting in someone's yard, and you had to pay to get it out of there and everything. And that's the big deal, is getting them moved.
Just like mobile.
Yeah. And I here, you kind of want to keep it where it kind of looks ranchy. You know what I mean?
I paid $39 delivered with a guarantee. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, if you get a guarantee, that's going to be a workshop. Yeah.
His trash got out of the yard.
You'll see that mine would be a workshop too, to a certain extent. But right now it would just be a full workshop is what it would be pretty much. But as we build, as we take the building materials out and start building, and once we got the 2 rooms I want to get done, most of that storage unit's going to be gone. So by that time, then we're going to need to get a storage thing out here. So we are expecting high 90s and over 100-degree days this week. Yeah, it's going to be warm here too. It's going to be 90 degrees. Yeah. I think we're pretty much kind of done with the gate guarding, I think.
Yep. It appears so.
Yeah. We as far as doing quartzite, I guess we might as well tell people now. We're going to be doing quartzite again this year, but we're going to be doing it for Sky Thunder fireworks because I mentioned to them one thing we did for Guard 1 this last year, and people are contacting us and going, they won't return our calls. So I don't know. It's one lady that's causing the problems, and I'm not sure the owner of the company knows, and I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to get involved in it any further. If she doesn't want to use people that we got at Quartzsite, that's up to her. That's her business. She paid the bill. We submitted our bills to her. She paid for them, and we're done. So I'm not even going to call her. If she calls and wants us to go back this year, I'm going to tell her no. Sorry, we're done. So if they don't redo the space, we're going to get the space the Guard 1 was in. So anyway, it'd be something new, and there were some difficulties this year. I'm not going to lie to anybody about the fireworks thing. We found out that, especially on a tent, takes 2, even the stores. You got to have 2 people. Period.
Yeah.
If it's not 2, it's 3 or 4. You may need extra people. Now, there may be some singles, but if it's going to be singles, it's going to be doing delivery, setting up stands, doing night security for the stands. It'd be that type of situation.
You gotta have a car.
You gotta have a car. You gotta have a camper. He'll put you. He was putting people in hotel rooms, but you'll stay all night in the tent and guard the tent. And in the morning, when the couple comes to take over, then you go and you go sleep, and then you come back like at 8 o'clock at night or whatever time you relieve the people that are. Mike and Lisa's excellent adventure.
Hey guys, what's the latest using the Rife technology?
Well, we just did a new biofeedback scan on me, and
that's where it goes through your body, and it brings up the frequencies that resonate the highest, meaning it needs attention, and then you run that program, the results of that program, and attempt to let the Rife machine correct those inadequacies or over abundance of wrong things in your system. So
I'll tell you, I'll give a little testimonial. When we were in Kentucky working the fireworks store, I needed to rebuild the stairs. We had I was going to get just a controller, but the transmission I just put a new transmission in it and a new motor, and it was making all kinds of clunky and nasty noises, and the thing was not controllable.
Yeah, you go to step out, and it would.
You just stand there and wait till it.
Step, and if you didn't realize they were not down and stepped out, you could get real hurt.
It's a really big step. Anyway, so what and when it was reeling up, it was going making all these weird noises. So I laid down for the Lippard upgrade. What it did is it took my old 30-year-old stairs and brought them up to new. Well, there was a guy that had gone on there and put on some commentary about how, yeah, there were some electrical issues, but you'll figure it out, is basically what he said. So sure enough, when I got it all done, got it all hooked up, when I opened the door, the stairs would go up. So I couldn't get in the motorhome. When I closed the door, the stairs would come down. But I couldn't turn the switch off. So I thought, okay. So anyway, I reversed the motor. So then when I opened the door, the stairs would go down. And when I closed the door, the stairs would go up. But I couldn't turn it off. It would always, every time I closed the door, the stairs would go up. And every time I opened the door, the stairs would go down. So I
Which
said,
is not good if you're stationary, right, because as soon as you close the door, there's no stairs.
But here's my testimony. In the process, I have vertigo. And most of the time, it doesn't bother me too much, but sometimes it's really bad. And that day, it was horrible. And in the process of trying to do the stairs, I was throwing up, and my head was pounding, and and I had to get it done. I had to make it so we could get in and out. And finally, what I did is I got it wired up, and I just unplugged the motor so it would stay down. And so the next time I got ready to, because I bought a relay, I was going to rewire it all and put this relay, and I did. And there's a switch right there, and I could, when I'm ready to have the stairs just stay down, I just flip that switch off, and it kills the whole motor. It doesn't do anything. It's not, because what happens is that motor is constantly pushing. It kicks on and off, but even when it's in that mode, it will still occasionally try to push the stair down. So now it just locks it down. But I got underneath there and never had a problem after that. Then I did the air dryer in the back, and I did the fans for the cooling, the air conditioner.
Because I put vertigo.
No problem. What?
Because I put vertigo on the right.
She put vertigo on the right, and it just fixed it. So I was amazed. I told her, I said, man, I feel perfect. So
it sounds like you guys are still making money at our old age. It's a wonderful thing. You're still busy. We are.
Well, you have to.
I mean,
I tell you, Social Security. You go to Walmart, man. You go to Walmart 2 weeks, and your Social Security is gone. So that's one of the main reasons. I do have to
say, when we got to fireworks, it's physical to the point where, I mean, it's not really bad, but when you've done nothing but sit for 5 months, 4 months, 5 months, whatever, and then you get back into the routine, we paid for it. Our bodies were not liking us too much until we got like reconditioned again. So it was good for that. It's really good for that. You just kind of lock up, you know. The couple we replaced were at Quartzsite when you were there. Okay.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we
it's not the fall that hurts, it's the sun stuff.
Darla knows about the fall, man. And I got my butt chewed out by a company guy over that. He goes, man, but what it was is I had turned the key on the motorhome to check something in the dash. And when I turned the key off, she didn't know it. She opened the door, went out the door, and grabbed the handle out there, and about tore her arm off. So.
Well, it took all the skin off my spine.
I always look
Not
down
bad.
every time I go out the door, even when I know it's down. I look down. So,
Yeah,
and
I
if you're
felt
gate
I
guarded, you should do that anyway,
yeah
just in case there. Because
yeah
I actually had a snake at the bottom of my step coiled up one time, so you got to be careful.
yeah.
But yeah, so um, anyway, there and just the last 2 days, I've been doing.
Yard
Would
work.
no, when you start getting into what frequencies do,
Oh yeah.
it's very fascinating that the level of things, because I mean, frequencies can do a lot
A
of
good or a
very
lot of
good things
damage.
for you.
Or a lot of
Well,
damage.
you got to be careful. You don't want to be, she puts me on like, Richardo or something like that.
So that's natural.
Yeah,
Naturally occurring.
it's trying to kill me. But do you think you will work the big tent in January? Yeah, we are for, but for fireworks this time. And like I say, we got a lot of little kinks we got to work out though, because
Details. Not really kinks, but the
well,
details for
there
sure.
was some, like luckily it happened to Jason and Amanda because they're wonderful people,
Yeah.
and they
I mean, unfortunately, it had to
they
happen. Unfortunate
it,
that it had to happen,
I
but
will say I know Amanda can get really angry if she has to. I wouldn't want to be standing in front of her when that happens, but the thing was is it was that that they were getting these people to guard the tent at night, and they weren't guarding the tent at night. They were doing everything but guarding the tent at night. So they're
plus I
not
think they
showing
were
up.
stealing too.
What?
I think the guy was stealing from them too.
Yeah. So I mean, it was just not.
Jason had to sleep in the tent at least 5 or 6 nights that
Yeah.
I just know of. It might have been more. I don't know, but that's no fun. And then
But Jason's retired Army, so he's used to sleeping in a tent. But
doesn't mean he
I'm just
liked
kidding.
it.
But yeah, I mean, and the worst part for me was, and I told everybody, if you guys will watch this channel a lot, you've heard me when we were talking about it, that you're going to spend a lot of time doing nothing when you first
Yeah,
get there. It is like,
torture.
watching the
Paint
grass
dry
grow.
or
It just, I mean, you may not get anybody in your store for a day or two at a time. You're just going to be sitting there looking at each other going, is
did
this
we
going to
make a
happen? Is this,
mistake?
but I was getting texts and phone calls. Oh, you said it was going to be slow. You didn't say it was going to be nothing. And I said, well, you know,
Wait till the
just
fourth.
hang
Wait
in
till the
there. It's
fourth.
going to start getting busier. It's going to get busy. And then finally, one day, I wasn't getting texted and I wasn't getting phone calls, and I knew why, because they were busy as crap. They were busy, and
Yeah.
I mean, I understand The first year we went, we were thinking we had made a big mistake because we spent a lot of time just watching cars come in and turn around and drive back out of the parking lot. If we didn't have people turning around, we wouldn't have had anyone come in at all. And then all of a sudden, man, the day came,
Hammer
and
down.
here come the people. And this year was a lot bigger though. But we had the signs on the freeway, and we were buy one get two free, which was it was good, but it was bad. The good thing was is people were getting a great deal, and they were telling all their friends, so we had a lot more people coming. The bad thing was is that you have to move a third more merchandise when you're giving two items away instead of one. So every time you sold one item, you had to unbox three pieces to replace the one you sold.
Right.
So and I mean, the thing is when it's busy, when when I see a little bit of a break, because I don't like to leave her at the register all the time by herself, because it's difficult if you got people waiting and you got to collect the money and then bag the stuff or whatever you got to do, or unload the baskets or whatever's going on. I like to be part of that, but I always have to zip away for a second. And you have to walk up and explain to the people.
The prices
the
you see are for
Yeah,
3 items
you get three items for $120. It's not $120
for
for
one.
that. That's the suggested retail price is $120 for that item, but you're going to get three for that price.
And you could mix and match.
Right.
That was nice. But you had to explain that to them.
But then when they come to the register and they go to check out, all of a sudden they go, really? That's how much it is? Well, I want to get some more stuff. So we have to push their stuff off to the side, and Darla pauses the transaction, and then they go get more stuff. And that happened a lot this year, a lot. So anyway, it was a good year. We enjoyed it. And hopefully we'll have a lot of people interested in this next year. I mean, we're going to start. I mean, if people are interested in getting involved with it now, we'll start talking to them about it, or if people want to know about it, all you got to do is ask.
But there's different things we learned this year too.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a tent, at the end of your selling season, you got to box up the product and get it, and you got to stay there until the truck comes to pick it up.
But it's short term. It's a month. You're there a month.
Right. But
we're there.
Physical that people were not aware of.
We're there 6 weeks.
So we weren't either.
And then there's other people that came there before we did, and they're still there until after Labor Day weekend.
No, we don't do Christmas trees anymore. And Myron's got some comments there. I'm gonna catch up with the.
Okay.
Oh, and
what do you think about?
Julio called me young Frankenstein.
To be homeless now, and there's going to be more homeless people because of inflation. What do you think about to be homeless?
And it's illegal to be homeless now. I think.
Oh.
Another comment.
Well, that's in California, but California, you can't go by anything that goes on in California because they are trying to run everybody out of that state because they want it for themselves. And just know that it's they don't want to destroy it like they did Hawaii, and that's my comment. But those weapons, I saw a thing the other day. I didn't sit and watch it, but there were like all these blue cars in Hawaii, and none of them were damaged, but everything else was. And blue umbrellas that get burned. I mean, it's a horrible planet we live on. None of this stuff is real, man. I'm telling you. And I can't go down that road because we'll lose our. They're kicking a lot of people off of YouTube right now, and we're not. I mean, if you want to come and sit here, and I'll tell you the truth. You'll learn the truth through me. But I mean, my eyes were closed 20 years ago, but in the last 20 years, they've been. In the last 2 years, it's like I'm just getting more and more information coming every single day. And I've gotten to where I don't want to say too much about it because people think I'm crazy. But then there's one guy that's usually on here. He's not on here right now. But he tells me that you're crazy. And then he calls me up. Hey, you were right. Trump was going to get shoot. Trump got shot. I told him almost 2 years ago. They're going to shoot him. They're going to try to kill him. You watch. He's actually going to get shot. And they're going to try it again. So, we live in a weird world, I mean, nothing is, what's the word, is not planned. In other words, I mean, everything is just not coincidence. Everything is just it's the way it's designed, and they put it right in your face. They just do this to you all the time, and because they feel like they can do that. So anyway, if like we said last week, you gotta, when you're out there traveling now, you gotta be careful where you stay. And
one of the things that we did notice, and I think we mentioned it last Sunday, is Walmarts are not letting people stay there anymore. Like the whole, from North Carolina all the way back to Arkansas, we couldn't find one Walmart that would let you spend the night there.
But Arkansas will let you.
Arkansas will let you.
Arkansas will let you stay anywhere.
Anything east of us on that trajectory towards North Carolina wasn't happening.
Our little truck stop we have over here in our town, which is, I don't think you could fit 10 trucks in there, but you could stay there in a motorhome too. They don't care. I mean, Arkansas is. Hopefully, Arkansas never changes. You know,
I like it just the way it
now,
is.
first time I ever got panhandled the other day, I was getting gas, and a kid on a
Yeah,
motorcycle came up and asked me if I could spare a couple of bucks. And I looked at him, and there was nothing wrong with him. He was riding a motorcycle. I don't know what he was thinking. I just told him, I said, I don't have any cash. And I felt a little bad about it. And the reason why I say that is he, it could have been he's temporarily down and out, but he was hitting everybody up. And I know, and there's help wanted signs everywhere. So, if you want money in your pocket, you can do what I do. You can work for it. That's what we do. That's what we do. We're coming up. We're getting close to I'll be 68 here pretty soon, and if we need money, we go out and work. We hustle. That's what we do. And if you're physically not able, then I can understand. Hey, here's a couple of bucks, man. I'll help you out. But when you're riding a motorcycle and you're in your 20s and you're just trying to get money off of people, of course he sees me in that car and stuff, so he probably thought I was an easy score. But anyway, okay, we're sorry for your travel issues. Well, they're over with now. You know what? It just makes you stronger, man. It was tough. It wasn't. I was a little scared when I thought the truck was going to burn up. I was a little nervous.
Yeah, because I mean,
and I was getting ready to unhook it from
it
the
was
motorhome.
attached to the motorhome. So
Yeah, but that would have taken 2
honestly,
seconds.
I mean, it all flashed, and I was just like, well, so this is how it ends.
I don't. That's one thing. I got that new tow bar, and even though I don't like Blue Ox, I like it where it goes on a ball. So if I have to disconnect that truck, and you go flip and lift the thing, and it's disconnected. Those cables are easy to unhook.
I know the video probably didn't portray as scary as it was, because by the time I had the presence of mind by the time I got off the phone with calling 911 and saying, please get fire here, we've got a fire on our truck, and walked around the truck, he had the little fire extinguisher that we carry several of them, but he had put the flames out. But then it flared up again, and by the time I got the camera back on, he had shot them down again. So, but we didn't know if it was going to flare up again, and then the fire department came, and he laid down on the side, and he was under there, and he was squirting the calipers and the rotor, and it was just sizzling, I mean, it was not a good thing. We'll say that.
Oh.
I've never seen a tire blow out the side like that, dude.
Myron says I don't have to comment on what.
Oh, and you don't have to comment on what I said.
Well, we like to answer you guys and talk to you, and believe me, Darla and I, anybody that knows us here, has met us personally, will tell you we're pretty much the same, no matter what. I mean, when I'm working in the fireworks store, I'm the same. We're the same people, man. We just.
Hey, Kat, welcome back.
I learned a long time ago, having that motorcycle shop, that you never want to be a phony. You never want to tell lies. You always want to be truthful. If you're going to tell a story, you better be telling the truth, because they'll catch you. They'll catch you in a lie, and they'll put you in a corner. And that's what I like about them, man. They're straight up guys. I appreciate the way they are. What's that doing there? Out of the way. Anyway. And Julio, you're probably a young 70. Yeah. We're all right in that little.
Yeah, that little pocket.
We're like right in there, and I don't know. I was kind of excited about being 60. I don't know how excited I would be about 70, because it's like, I don't know. Really, if you wanted to live to be 80, I probably should have been a little better to myself when I was in my teens and 20s. So.
The upcoming.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. Let's hit the thumbs up. Okay. The average price at the scrap yard metal for aluminum.
Pearl, excuse me, but hi. Go ahead.
Where's she at?
Just above Lonely Hitchhiker Cat. Howdy, howdy, y'all.
Where's he at? Oh, there. Okay. Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, I'm going blind. Well, it's just doing this stuff. Yeah. Well, you know what? And the thing about it is, you know, if the guy would have came over and said, "Hey, man, do you have any work done or anything?" You know, something like that. I would have said, "Follow me on your motorcycle," and brought him over here and gave him a weed whacker. You know, he gave him $20 to weed whack for a couple hours or something. But
the upcoming election may impact the future sales of non-essentials like fireworks. What's your plan B?
what's Plan B?
We usually do have a plan B.
Well, Plan B right now for us is of course, who knows what's going to happen with Social Security and stuff. I mean,
there
you
is
just don't
always
know.
gate guarding too. That's typically been
Well,
our
there isn't
plan
always
B.
gate guarding. There could be.
There
Everything
has always been.
they want to put little propellers on the top of our motorhomes, and you know, I don't know what they think they're going to do. They want to stick us. If you travel the country, everywhere you go, you see these massive apartment buildings being built.
Hey, Steve.
Thousands and thousands of. Hey, Steve. Thousands of apartment buildings, and they're called 15-minute cities. And if you don't know what a 15-minute city is, you need to look into it. Google it. It'll tell you all about it. And it's basically just they want to get it where everybody lives in an apartment building walks. You know, which for me will be a real pain in the tail feathers with this leg. So I told Darla today, it feels I mean, I don't have pain anymore at least, but it just feels like I'm walking around on a peg leg. It really does. Ever give cash handouts? Yeah. Well, you know, to me, I've given people money when I really feel like I don't know. I have a sense about people, but I just have a really hard time with giving money to somebody that's 40 years younger than me. I just really do. When I mean, the guys. I mean, he had both hands. I mean, I could have filled both hands with money, and he would have had no problem carrying it. He would have had no problem probably going in and turning that into an 18-pack of beer or something.
That's happened before to us too.
Yeah, and you know, nothing pisses me off more than that. You know, I don't want to talk about that. That's not good. But anyway, there are organizations that should be helping people like that, but they're not doing it anymore. They're only helping themselves, and it kind of irritating. And you know, I worked 50 plus years and paid in, and so did Darla. We paid in to Social Security, and thinking that we'll have. I always thought, I'll be honest with everybody, I thought by now I'd be worth millions because I was always real hard. We were always self-employed. We had businesses where they were just going like this, and then California would get involved with our business, and next thing you know, it was going straight down. And luckily, we'd shift gears. I mean, we had detailing, a detail shop, and then I went back to work in the car business, and then I was in the electronics business. And we started out dealing with selling and swap meets, and pretty soon we had 2 retail stores, and then I went 100% wholesale. I just bought deals and sold deals, and we were sold out all the time. And then let the Chinese dump in the country. And I mean, you couldn't buy defective goods or recondition them and sell them and make a profit because the Chinese stuff, well, look at how nice the box is. It's got a beautiful box. Yeah, but the unit is a piece of junk. Yeah, but it's got a nice box, and people buy it because of the box. Well, I watched 70-year-old guys back when I was in my early 30s lose everything. They just got wiped out. I mean, I was going into Marantz Stereo, which was a big electronics company in the day. I mean, they had a 1 million square foot air conditioned building in Chatsworth. And we used to go in there and ride around in these carts and buy all their defective goods. And we watched them. They got down and they closed. They're gone. They've been gone for years. And I just watched stuff like that go on. And then it started happening to us. And then with the motorcycle thing, I got out of the electronics business one day, came home, and what I was part time in the motorcycle thing, and then I went full time motorcycle, and that's all I did. And I had to build a clientele from there, and we got a nice store and spent thousands and thousands of dollars making it 2 levels and all, real nice inside of like a warehouse. And then that went with 2010. That was the end of the line for us there because the economy just went. That's why we got out of California. I would never. I mean, California. Some people this may offend, but I think California is the prettiest state in this country. Best weather, beautiful beaches, the mountains. You got everything in California. You had great food. You had everything. But I would never go back there because the politics there, the population, it's not the same. So we're out of there, and this is my second favorite this place. This is probably where I'll die. Let's see, 15-minute cities and CBDC. Yeah. If I would ask someone for money, beg, my mom would give me a hurt. Yeah. The homeless crisis has opened many cottage industries, okay, focus. Industries to help the homeless. Donations might reach 5%, the rest salaries and overhead. But that's another thing. Look at how the Clintons did that big thing for the Haitian people. They got nothing. Clinton's got $380 million out of that little helping hand. So, I mean, these people are just crooks. I mean, we are ran by criminal families in this country. And, I mean, they're constantly taxing more and more and higher rates. And pretty soon, it'll be like it was back in the 20s, where they were taxing at 95% of what you made. So if you made $1 million, you didn't get any of it. I mean, you got nothing. And that's what they're doing again. They're, you could, I don't know. I don't want to do the politic and think too much, but man, we got to think about ourselves, folks. We got to think about ourselves. And, I mean, they want to take everything we have and enslave us. And, that never works out real good. In California, you know who the slaves are? The illegal aliens. That's why they love them there. They do everything for them. And they pay them virtually nothing. And California is a total black market. Think of that state is under the table. Nobody pays taxes. Everybody, it's just that when they eliminate cash like they want to, we actually went to a place to eat in North Carolina where they didn't take cash.
Yeah.
That was crazy, man. But yeah, when they eliminate the cash thing, I don't know what all these rich people in California are going to do. I guess pay them in vegetables or something. My last million, I got 10K. Yeah. I don't know. Money. People think that money's evil. Money's not evil. It's what you do with it. And if you're a good steward with your money and you help people with it, stuff, that's great. But you know what? People that don't have money can't give money away. And the guy that's standing there, hey, give me $1. That type of attitude. Boy, man, that just gets my blood pumping right away. And I'm surprised I haven't been knocked out over it, but I get right back in their face. And one day we were in California, and I was in a Walmart parking lot. This young guy came up to me and started bugging me wanting money, and I just told him, I said, "What's wrong with you?" He goes, "What do you mean?" Well, you got a broken leg or a broken arm or something? Are you retarded? What's wrong with you? Well, no. I said, well, then why are you asking me for money? I would give you a nickel. There's nothing wrong with you. There's a help wanted sign right there on the wall. Why don't you walk in there and get a job? And he walks away and he's going like this, and this lady comes over and she goes, God, I wish I could do that. I would just love to be able to stand up to these people like you just did. I said, all you got to do is do it. They're nothing but a bunch of bullies trying to bully you into giving them money, and I'm not going to give them money.
Hand them a shovel.
Yeah, well, I understand. Shovel operator, that's a tough job. But you know what? It's honorable. It's an honorable job. Stop begging, you know. And it's not selling yourself, you know.
Anyway, back to our plan B. We don't have really a plan B unless it is skateboarding. But honestly,
we're going to learn how to eat mimosa trees. Mimosa trees. We have those trees grow about 6 inches a day, so if we can learn to eat that.
To Arkansas for sure, but they're.
We got a couple out here. Boy, they grow like crazy.
There's kudzu that grows 6 inches a day.
Yeah.
Mimosas, though, they grow really fast too.
Yeah, they grow
they're
really.
Pretty. They're real pretty.
I like them. I think they're
good
good
looking. Their leaf
looking.
structure is like a fern, and their flowers look like.
Almost look like a lanai tree, you know.
Yeah, they're real pretty. Yeah.
But they grow really fast. I mean, the electric company around here is like real busy cutting them things back. So when they see them, they want to cut them down to the ground. If they want to cut them down to the ground, that's up to them.
The final straw, take cash away from us. Yep.
Well, they're talking about it.
Yeah, they are.
They're talking about it hot and heavy. And, you know, of course, it was the Federal Reserve that created the.
1913.
Well, yeah, it's when they created the Fed in the United States. But, you know, we got to. I mean, Reagan rolled with it. Nixon rolled with it. You know, hopefully Trump doesn't, you know.
CBDC.
Huh?
CBDC.
You know what that means?
I'm sorry, Tim said that.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well.
Trump said no CBDC on his watch.
Yeah. Well, buy silver. That's what I do. Right now, silver's not worth very much, but that's the time to buy it. Because when things do flip, and money, you know, virtually you're trading paper for food and paper for cars, and you know, we have to agree to accept paper. We have been trained to believe what we believe in school, from our parents, from our employers, from everybody. Politicians have taught us to be these, you know, where we just bow down and do whatever they tell us to do. We did an interesting little thing. I'll give you something to do tonight. Take a check, if anyone still has a checking account. Take a check. In the line where you sign your name,
it's not a line.
It's not a line. Get a magnifying glass and look real close. And then next week, tell me what you see. It's all about owning you. When you get a driver's license, your name is all capitalized. When you get a birth certificate, your name's all capitalized.
Any legal document.
Yeah, it's all in. Because you're a corporation. That's why you have to do it. Yeah, that's like in California, you don't pay taxes to the state of California. You pay to the franchise tax in California.
It's semantics, you know.
Because there's a law in California, they can't tax you. So
there will never be a tax.
They always figure out a way to get around it. Okay, and that's what politicians do. They spend all their time trying to separate you from your money. We need to separate them from their jobs and see what they can do when they don't have a job because they don't know how to work. All they know how to do is steal. And thanks for watching us for the very last time because I'm sure. By the way, check and see. Probably part of the reason why our numbers are way down. They're taking people away from our.
Make sure that you're subscribed.
Yeah, make sure you're subscribed.
And the bell's ticked. Julio says he still sees a line on his check.
Yeah, we got to get a magnifying glass and look real close because it does look like a line, doesn't it? Yeah. It's super fine.
I looked at ours today. Our checks are temporary, and it's just
but you got to really magnify it a lot.
That's why they always tell you read the fine print.
Yeah, it's there. Believe me, it's on every check, and it's super fine. It's so fine that it looks like a solid line. You can't see it with your eyes at all. You gotta magnify it. In fact, the magnifying glass wasn't much. What?
Somebody's calling for Katie. Hey, Maddie.
There he is. He went to the doctor.
Yeah, we'll give you a quick rundown on Cage. His whole underside broke out 2 months ago.
Right before we
we left for Kentucky. And we thought at first it was poison ivy, poison oak, whatever.
We have poison oak out here on the tree.
Then I started thinking it was like an allergy from the grass because he likes to roll in the grass. We had him almost cleared up because we were giving him a bath because I'd been researching it in Dawn dishwashing liquid. And I was using calamine lotion on him. I changed his food. That didn't work. Anyway, we took him to the vet, and the vet said that he has a bacterial infection. It's in his one ear. It's all over his tummy and his armpit. And it was coming up on the sides of his back. Gone on his tail. Anyway.
So we took him in for like $250, and he got his shots, and he got checked over. He got a treatment in the butt.
Well, they expressed his anal glands because he stinks sometimes.
So then, that night we go to bed, and we're all snugly and sleeping, and we wake up in the morning, and Darla goes, "It's all wet. The bed's all wet. Oh, man, there's not." He had peed and pooped in the middle of the night. We didn't know it. Anyway, so we spent, that was
yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning, we took everything in and washed everything.
Yeah.
And he's
doing better today.
He was good last night. So
it's not ticks because he had a collar thing on, so it wasn't ticks. Then we thought it might be chiggers, and the vet said humans are more susceptible to chiggers than dogs are.
Yeah.
And chiggers don't last this long. So anyway, he's on an antibiotic, and
I washed it with a special soap.
Yeah, we washed him with Dial antibacterial, with aloe, and no scent. Anyway, so we're trying to get him back to, because he used to have such a beautiful coat. And our last Boston, he had terrible allergies. That dog was one big raw, length of puppy skin.
Well, our last dog, I'd go outside the gate guard, and I'd come back in, and he'd be rubbed raw. He would tear himself up on the carpet, scratchy, and I'd have to stick him in the shower until he stopped bleeding. He would just get blood everywhere. It was horrible.
Really sad. I do not.
And finally we got that. What was that?
Apoquel.
And that stopped it.
But then he had seizures.
I
don't think it was from the Apoquel, but who knows? Have you tried half a pill? Yep, I tried that too, Maddie.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll see how he does on the antibiotics.
And Winston Churchill said, "Of our republic, it's the worst government of government.
The worst form of government,
except for the rest." Yeah, I remember that. But you know what? The thing is they should keep all our congressmen and senators in our states. And they should have an open door policy where you could go and talk to them in person. And believe me, when you're standing in front of them with your finger pointed at their nose, they'll start answering to the people. They'll have a whole different attitude. They'll be listening.
Julio, we don't drink, but that'd be worth a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant the dog.
How about we send you our Prime Minister, the Trudeau? Are you from Canada? Yeah, well, he's really wrapped up in some heavy duty stuff, man. That's his daddy's Fidel. But yeah, he's a mess. Have you ever heard of Mike Martin? You know who Mike Martin is, Roman?
Not for the dog, but for Bill. Julio says Jack Daniels.
Yeah. We went by Jim Beam. We went by the
distillery.
The distillery. There's a bunch over there. But I forgot what I just said. Oh God. I went off on the whiskey.
Mike Miller.
Yeah, no, Mike Martin. He Mike at Night. He actually got off of YouTube. He's a Canadian guy. That's like a comic book store or something. And I mean, this guy was predicting all kinds of stuff, and he got kind of thrown off of YouTube, but he's back on a little bit again. He's an interesting guy.
Uh-oh. Somebody just snarfed over there. You're bothering him.
And he does that when if you touch him at night and he does, you accidentally bump him or something, he'll do this. He lets you know. Not happy.
You bothered me.
Yeah. Well, we're over by 6 minutes.
Yeah.
You ready to get off?
I think these people need to get back to
I think
lives.
everybody else has left already. No, we're up to 20 now. Look. Now we finally got people here. Now we're going to get off. Yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I may erase this after.
No, because we're true to ourselves, right? People tune in because they want to hear what we have to say.
Yeah, but the problem is YouTube does not allow you to.
YouTube's going to do whatever YouTube's going to do.
If you lie, you could talk all you want.
Way of the world.
When you start telling the truth, they take you off. Same way with Facebook.
You guys ever watch? Who are they? Doug and Stacy. Who are they?
Oh yeah, Doug and Stacy. I don't. Anyway. He looks like he's Amish.
He does. It's a YouTube couple and they're homesteaders. I can't remember the name of their channel, but he says some really harsh things, and I don't know how he's continued to maintain his channel, but for a lot of what he says, he does speak the truth, but he's also, normal people would think he's like way out there, but he's not so far out there.
We had a Rebel channel for like a week, and they had copyrighted all our stuff, and it took Darla 2 years to get it back.
Yeah, Rebel
and the trouble with
stuff if you're not careful.
Yeah, and with Rumble, you go on there and nobody watches.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to take someone like Musk or Trump or someone like that to set up a YouTube channel real similar to YouTube, and or somebody that has a little more conservative ideas and loves this country to buy Google.
And isn't afraid to let people speak.
Buy Google and let people speak, because you know what, I'll let a crazy leftist say whatever they want, because they show their true colors. But the thing is it's just like the Olympics. You see all the horrible stuff there. I mean, this is going to be another. I'm a Christian, and I confess Christ before you guys. Okay, so if you don't like that, oh well. I answer to a higher power. But the thing about it is there's people in this country that will just stand there and just chop people of faith to death. Well, just horrible. But you say something bad, I mean, about the blue fingernailed guy at McDonald's or anything like that, or I mean, we have to tolerate all this crap. We have to sit there and just kind of like try to ignore it. What?
Truth Social.
Yeah.
Is that
That's Trump's thing.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. But it's not. You can't do this on there, I don't think.
I guess the guy you were talking about, Martin, lives in BC. Roman says he's on YouTube.
Yeah, he's on YouTube. Mike Martin. Yeah.
Julio said, "I like it when I make a stupid comment and Darla reads it."
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I mean, that Olympic thing is just out of hand, and you know they're ruining everything. They're literally taking this world apart one piece at a time. They're just destroying it. They want to bring chaos.
And who rules this world right now? Satan does.
Well, yeah, and some of the stuff. I'll tell you what. A lot of the people that I normally watch, I can't find on YouTube right now. But I'm getting all these new people, and they're talking about lizard people and all this. There's a lot of strange stuff, UFOs, all this kind of stuff. Sunny day, Pearl. You'll have a wonderful week.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah. We better get off here. We're gonna. I'll carry this on till
anyway,
too late.
Appreciate you taking time out of your life to sit with us and listen to us babble on and on.
Yeah, and then we'll just destroy our channel for sure.
We
God bless you all. We love you. Have a great week, and we'll see you
Thanks,
next Sunday. Good night.